the deck is stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Get more W. That Gentlest energy drink mix that's going to power you through your gaming, content creation, whatever you're doing. It's there for you. Enter that promo code BrianB NRG and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you.
This is a breaking news report. Breaking news.
People, it's time to get live on the line. Always, I've been doing that a lot lately, but yo, it's cool because what's good, what's going on? It's me, it's Brian B. That's right, it's Sunday night, and we live on the line, baby. Check it out. Listen, I got a huge crew with me tonight. I think, we got somebody just popped in. We're going to have a couple people on that may be coming on. We're going to be talking about some interesting stuff, and just like we do, this is Live on the Line, yo. We back on the regular routine here on the B-Line, yo. We're going to talk about some fun stuff tonight. We getting back to kind of the gritty stuff or whatever. We got some problems in your relationship circle. You might want to stop by tonight. But, yo, what's good? I got my mic back. Yo, listen, I got my mic back. Everything sounds good. I can hear myself again. I was struggling there for a minute. I had a little cheap mic I was using, but it got me through. It got me through for real. I was over here just jamming out some old school shit, yo. I missed the old school music, man. Can't listen to new school music, bro. It ain't for me. It ain't for me no more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, young guys of the generation or whatever. I just can't. I can't listen to that shit no more, bro. But there's some old school hip hop too. Usually if you know me, I'm usually like a R&B guy. I like slow, soft, slow, even just some pop. Like I'm shit. Tell me why it ain't nothing but listen. We be in the Backstreet Boy. Listen, bro. We do it all over here. It ain't no hate. But I've been getting into some like hip hop, man. I miss some real hip hop, Busta, Luda. I'm old school shit. But anyway, we got a great show today. We're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff. I'm hoping that some more people drop in. I kind of want to get some opinions. But if they don't, then we just gonna give our opinions. Cause look, joining me on the regular. Listen, this is my partner in crime now, man. He might as well just co-host with me at this point. But we got our returning guest as always, my man, Mr. Kyle. Eric, what up, Kyle?
How's it going, B?
What's going on, brother? Chilling, man. Doing all right. Thank you so much for coming back on, bro. We missed you, man. Oh, no here's my boy. We got somebody else. Oh, look at that. Up in the building. No days off, no slacking. That's right. B-Line back, man. We back, Harris. Got to get you back on, man. Missed you on Live on the Line, bro. Harris got that crazy perspective, yo. You got fucking fun. Harris make you contemplate your own thoughts and shit. Kyle, what's good, bro? How's your day, man? How's your Sunday?
My day has been pretty chill. Got a project done. I feel good about it,
Good.
And
good.
The rest of the time I've just been chilling. Yourself?
What's up, bro? Man, I've been doing pretty good. JD the Mouth staying with us these last couple of days. He's been running around with him, not doing too much. Just getting some stuff together. It's a lot of I've been picking up a lot of overtime on my job, yo. So I recently,
Wow.
getting into the gaming stuff too. I got my gaming stuff set up. I actually did my first video today. I did I gamed and talked. I feel special as hell because I did good. Like I was like, it's challenging, man. Much respect to them people, yo. Much respect to them people who make a hobby out of having that kind of interesting channel, and you can talk and still play your game good, and beat the high score and all that or whatever. But I got a lot done, man. I got a lot of work that I'm picking up recently, so I'm just trying to fit in time. And then the kids are off from school already. School just started. It's already a break. Just let them stay home.
I remember them doing that to me too. By the time I got to high school, because of the, like you would get in, next thing you know, Labor Day would happen. So
Bro.
so that's what it is. I'm like, well, hold on, why can't we just, why can't we just start after Labor Day? But I understand that it's also it depends on the state you live in. Like some people in school in May and start in like early August. So
yeah, for real. Yeah, in Georgia they start school in August. So it's like, I don't know exactly, like, I know that in Jersey, like, we got out in June and we started back in September. And so it's kind of. Yeah, I was the same. Okay, yes. It's kind of awkward because it's just like, it's still summertime, man. Like, it literally just started getting hot in Georgia. You know what I mean? Like this summer, it was cold, or not cold, but it was like, it was not summertime weather for like all of July almost. And then all of a sudden we started getting like 97 degrees. Like now it's hot. It's been hot all damn day. But I don't know, everything's all weird.
We've been getting hit with like, it's been 80 degrees, 70 degrees, 90 degrees. We've had a couple heat waves in July. We had a flash flood, right?
Oh man. Y'all going through it. Y'all going through it over there.
It's been the consistency of heat, humid, not so much humid, just heat, rain, and then that flash flood. And just a couple days ago, I got woken up by the sound of a thunderclap. I couldn't get back to sleep. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yo, floods, that's one of the worst situations, man. Besides like fires or whatever. Like you see those videos and stuff like that, especially now with the people who live like maybe close to like bodies of water or whatever, and they have like those days where it just rains, man. It doesn't even have to be like some end of the world shit. And end of the world shit is at least everybody's dealing, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's, on some dramatic situation. But when it's just like your area and your house and four others on your block got completely flooded out and all your shit is damaged, that's devastating, man. I remember I saw this one where this guy had like all his stuff like in the basement, and like literally like everything was just, he went downstairs with the video and everything was just floating, bro. And that shit's gotta be horrible, man.
Yeah,
that's such an unfortunate situation.
Over here, where I live, we're basically a mountain city, so we're pretty much there's a lot of hills and stuff, right? So a lot of the like really bad weather, sometimes we avoid it, or we get the aftermath of it later. You know what I'm saying? Like we get the residuals of it later. There was this one really bad flood back in the, I want to say 50s, and they had to basically, after it happened, because the rain was so heavy that it started filling up one of the lakes around here, and it caused extra damage. So they decided to drain some of the water from the lake afterwards.
Yeah.
And you can find like pictures of it online. It was crazy.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, man. Yeah, weather and stuff can be real devastating. I mean, we've been kind of talking about on the last couple of shows we've had, talking about like the fires in Maui and all that stuff that's going on over there.
Fires in Canada, stuff going on in California right now. They just had an earthquake plus hurricane, right?
Oh, not. I know the hurricane was coming or whatever, but I didn't know about the earthquake.
The earthquake just happened.
Fucking Earth. Earth is just shaking us off at this point. Damn, that's crazy, yo.
it was a combination. They said according to the news report I just saw, there wasn't much damage made by the earthquake.
Yeah.
A hurricane's a different story.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And I know California is like they're not known for earthquake. I mean hurricanes and stuff like
Nah,
that.
earthquake,
So they
earthquake.
weren't.
That's just like a Tuesday to some of them.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's like another day. But I mean, that's what's happening right now around the world or whatever. But I'm trying to stay positive and just think about like good stuff or whatever. I've been having a lot of conversations like this recently because I do pay attention to a lot of stuff or whatever, and I try not to let it bleed in everywhere in my life or whatever.
I got you.
But yeah, man. But yeah, we went out and stuff like that. One of the things that I kind of noticed about going out today was customer service, yo. We kind of been talking about this, been kind of a reoccurring, topic on the Beeline recently. Customer service, man. One of the things that we had to do was, JD the Mouth, he had got a new phone, and he had to get a screen protector on it. If y'all get that fold, that damn thing that fucking opens up and it's a damn TV or whatever.
Yeah.
If you get that phone, apparently they put a screen protector on it, so don't take it off, or you're gonna wind up doing what we had to do and go find one and stuff like that or whatever. But we had went and shopped around for that today. So I went into Best Buy for like the first time in a while, and then this is what's crazy. Like, you know how when you don't really think about something until you actually start doing it, it's like you can go for time without even doing it. And I sat there and walked into the store, and I just realized, like, damn, man, like, I don't shop no more. Like, like if I shop, I'm on Amazon or whatever.
Right.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone to do every damn thing. So it's not like it's a difference.
Yeah, that's a lot of us. Like the brick and mortar stores, they're still around, but you notice that a lot of them have closed down even before COVID.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one thing about dealing with your online stores and stuff like that or whatever. See, I don't really like shopping online for certain things because when you get it, or if you get it and it's messed up, then you got to send it back. You got to fucking go to work to get something or whatever. And I just like getting something, having it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I still like believe in that, but I understand the convenience of being able to just get something shipped to you. You don't got to worry about it. You don't got to meet nobody. You don't got to deal with nobody. But one of the things that happened was we were there trying to get the screen protector to put on the phone. That's just kind of difficult sometimes. And we walked up to Jay walked up to one lady and was like, oh, hey, I want to buy a screen protector, and I would like to if you can put it on for me, because I don't know how to do that shit. We went through it last night trying to do it, and it wasn't working out. So the lady was like, yeah, I definitely can. I definitely will help you, whatever. And the guy, I'm sitting there jumping the story. So then we walked around and kind of jumped around and like was looking at other stuff. I was trying to pick something up too. So I was looking at some stuff. So instead of like finding the lady, we just figured like, oh, everybody will be, cool and help us out or whatever. So we found another worker who was closer to where we were to pay for the stuff and everything. And we were like, hey, I was going to buy this. Can you put this on for me? And he hit us with well, we can't do that. We have to charge an extra, fee for that or something like that or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, even when I was in the store or whatever, I didn't really think about it. But I really thought about it after, like, when I really started thinking about, damn, bro. Because then we had to go back and find the lady who had originally been like, yeah, well, I'll help you. Don't worry about it. I'll just help you. But it's crazy. The same store, same situation, whatever. Wasn't anything different. One person you ask, yeah, sure, I'd love to help you. Another person you ask, oh, I got to charge you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just crazy how it's like people don't, it's just different settings and environments. The stores don't even matter. It's the people that are in them that is what's making the difference, man. Oh, that's what's crazy.
Yeah, it's true. I've worked retail. I know it's very, it like customer service is not for everybody, right?
Yeah.
The thing that stinks, and anybody can attest to this, is you're bound by policy.
Yeah.
If the store or whomever states that you can't do this or you have to abide by this rule, and you try to explain it to a customer, they're not always gonna be. They're not always gonna understand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
A lot of them just want their stuff when they want it now. Like case in point, I worked at a grocery store for 4 years. That was my first my first job until I was in my 20s, and one thing I saw the cashiers go through, and occasionally I would go through too, is when a customer was looking for a certain sale price, and you told them that the sale was over, right? They try to hit you with like an expired coupon or some crap like that,
Yeah.
or they'll ask you, so it was this price last week. Why isn't this price this week? I'm like, we have nothing to do with that. We don't set prices. We just enforce them. That's the only thing we can. That's the only thing we can do.
That's it.
And on occasion, you might catch a break. Like they might do like a surprise sale right then and there because they got a lot in stock. But you got people out here complaining. You got people trying to force you to bring stuff to their car. I worked at DJ's working the food samples, right? And I remember I had a lot of gracious, people, and then others that would just go and just take how many samples they felt like they'd take. This dude took a toothpick. This one dude took a toothpick and he took his sample, right? But then he just take a whole roll of stuff. Like, first off, that was disgusting. You just use that toothpick. Right?
Oh, he took it and dipped it in like the other food and ate it with his food. Yeah.
Yes. It was
People don't give a fuck, yo.
He was already done with with his sample, and he just went and just hook it. And I couldn't say
people don't
nothing.
care, man.
Yeah. Sheesh.
That's messed up. Kyle, I think I don't know if you got a cord loose over there. I'm trying to see if it's me or if it's
That's
I
me.
gotta,
No, that's me.
Okay, just making sure.
All right.
Yeah, you were cutting out a
Okay,
little
how
bit
am I
there, but
now?
I heard you. You sound
Yep.
way better. Yeah, it was just clicking a little bit. But yeah, man, I had some stuff I wanted to talk about tonight. I'm still going to talk about. Me and you going to knock it out, Kyle. But that was one of the things that just happened throughout the day. We were just out and about. And like I said, man, I'm not used to going out anymore. I work from home. I do the beeline from home. But every now and then, you still get kind of the itch to, get out, man. Just like, get out, be about, see what's going on out there and stuff like that. It's also crazy. Another big thing for me, and this is going to be one of the topics that we talk about tonight. So Beeline, get ready. It's a relationship night. We talking about stuff. So I wanted some more of y'all. I don't know where everybody at, man. We got a whole group that we be posting to try to get people on here because I want more people in relationships trying to get more of their ideas and what they feel. You know what I mean? Their opinions on shit. But I was out and one of the things you do notice is when you're with somebody. Like me and IT Tiff, we get married, you know what I'm saying? I basically found my last. I'm with somebody, I'm done. Single life is over for me. But when you're not with somebody, it's so much more exciting to be out. Like that opportunity to meet somebody and create a new life exists. You know what I'm saying? When you're complacent and you have your, one that you're with, whether you be married, whether you be girlfriend, whatever, and you have the person you're with, y'all can stay home, watch movies. Y'all can stay home and do this, do that. When you go out, it's for a purpose. And pretty much that purpose. You're going out for whatever you're going out for. You're going bowling, you're going bowling. You're going to movies, you're going to movies. You're going out to eat, you're going out to eat. But when you single, anything is an opportunistic experience. You go to the movies, you might meet a cute girl. You go to get some shoes from the mall, you might bump into somebody like, hey, yo, I didn't know you. You feel me? Like, yeah, you could maybe make friends and shit, but I'm just saying, like, I'm noticing that more as I'm getting older. Like, that excitement, it's not there anymore. And one of the reasons why I'm not interested in really going anywhere. I mean, I'm happy, but I got to be honest about that excitement is a part of the going out experience. For me, it was at least. What do you think, Cal?
It really depends on the person. Right? It really depends on the person. Like, I personally am not the going out too much type. Like a lot of times when I go out, it's with homies I already know and or with family, right? I very rarely go out just to I very rarely, especially these days, go out to go out. Like my whole thing is like if I'm going out, I'm either like I'm going to the movies and stuff by myself, but I never
Yeah.
like spent a whole, a whole day or a whole night just, just chilling, meeting people. Usually I'm with, I'm with my people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's a little, so it's a little different for someone like me who's a little more of a, who's a little more of a homebody, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I definitely understand that as well. It is interesting. I do like meeting new people. I do like one of the things I used to do when I was younger. And I'm talking about like this is like seventh, eighth grade, I think.
Mhm.
I used to go outside, and me and my friends would have this thing. We'd be like, "Yo, let's just go out and just walk around without destination, or just by ourselves. You just go out and just walk outside, go walk, go around, go to places, go meet stuff." And just by doing that, a lot of times,
Yep.
we're over here. Oh, John, what up? Yo, hey, what you doing? Oh, we just doing this. We going to want to go? Yeah, yeah, let's go. Just aimlessly being out and about was where it
Yep.
was getting me into situations. And stuff like that I do miss sometimes. But like I said, one of the most interesting parts of being single was meeting girls and shit like that to me, bro. Like that was one of my biggest and most fun parts. I loved going to the mall. I loved going out and having Jay, yo, see that girl here? Yo, go tell her I said what's up. Yo, go see what she say. And shit like and you sitting back, you know what I'm saying? And you chilling, by the plant, waiting to see what she gonna say or whatever. But stuff like that is exciting, man. It was exciting to me.
Mhm.
And when I think about why I'm not missing being out like that anymore. And I feel like I've had
No.
this conversation before, but
Yeah.
I'm not missing being out like that. And every time I do go out, it's just not really the same shit for me. Like I'm cool with being in the house. I'm cool with movies being on Peacock and
Yep.
Cinemax and shit. Like you feel me? Like I'm cool with that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I can understand for people who are not in a relationship and stuff like that, it could be a little bit more of a experience going out for them at least. And like you said, for some
Yeah,
people,
if they
yeah,
choose to, like I've gone out to a club or two, but I've usually been with my homies, and
yeah,
they've either already in a relationship or situation or whatever, or we just, or like once or twice, and we are not the clubbing type. We're the type of people that if we go out, it's at one of our houses, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
we have a barbecue at so and so's house, or it's a
yeah,
birthday party at so and so's house, or one of the kids, because I'm an uncle. One of the kids is having something they want us to come by, or just chill, play video games. That's the type of energy we're on. The only
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
for
one
sure.
time, a couple times we went to a club. A couple times that we went to a club, it was fun yet awkward. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like fun yet awkward. One time, my friends, when we were actually two out of the four of us were single, right?
yeah,
And we find ourselves at a strip club, right? And strip clubs ain't really my thing, but I was like, okay, we're already close to one. Let's just go. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we go, and one of my friends, he says nothing. He does nothing. We're just silly monsters, right? And he's over here getting free lap dances, right? He's
okay,
getting free, like, because the girls are thinking he's cute, so therefore, cha-ching, So
yeah, 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 for
so
sure.
he's just sitting down. One's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Next thing you know, she sits on him, starts moving. I'm like, he didn't even say not one word. Just hi, and that was it. And next thing you
Life is
know,
life goes forward.
yeah, exactly. Next thing
That's
you know, another one comes by, and another one comes by. She's been having a good night. She's whispering in everybody's ear, right?
yeah, yeah,
And at
yeah,
this point, I did have a girlfriend, right? So, so I was like, yeah, it's not really my scene. She's over here
yeah,
making a couple of them excited, and they're just jumping for joy. At one point, they get lap dance from these other girls, and they're asking one for this one, right? They don't have any more money, so they asked me to spot them, right?
mm.
And I
You paid
learned
for somebody else's lap dance.
and I learned the most important.
Side seat driver.
I learned the most important thing that night. Never go to an ATM at a freaking strip club.
Uh oh, somebody try to rob you or some shit.
dude, it was like $7 to take out my own money.
Oh, yeah, yeah. 'Cause they know you going. They know you're going to be over
I went
there.
to an ATM at a freaking strip club. I paid for their left-hand system.
It's funny as hell.
But that's it. Most of the time, I'm just with friends. I'm not thinking about like trying to find anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm the awkward guy. I'll talk to you, but I'm not thinking it any further than that. You know.
Listen, bro, don't never count yourself out. Yeah, Kyle, your mic is going in and out, man. I just want to make sure everybody can hear you, bro. We heard you for most of it. Was your cord is jacking up?
I think that might be what it is. All right.
Got you. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, nice. It's just happening every now and then. I don't know if it's like it sounds like maybe it's pulling or something. But I've been doing tech work like a nerd all day. I've been sitting there trying to get these gaming capture card thing or whatever. Where I didn't know how to do none of this crap. I was just messing with it. But like you just said, man, one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is funny because you kind of segueing in it, and for me, like we were listening to something last night, and I wanted to talk about it. And I don't know if I've talked about this before.
Yep.
Probably have, but I'm gonna talk about it again. It's about what is accepted as far as like whether it be jobs or hobbies that your spouse or partner have that you can accept or acknowledge and be fine with. You said something that was out of the category, but something that's pretty popular. Being a stripper, a stripper is somebody who, whether it be male or female, somebody who goes into a club or a setting or whatever where they're dancing on people and they're getting paid. Their profession is to basically entice and to seduce people out of their fucking wallet, out of their paychecks. You feel me? So it's like being able to have a job like that, and let me see. Hold on, wait. Here we go. We gotta stop the presses for Harris, bro. Harris be having some crazy shit. Y'all tripping? I be on family shit, but I just had to do a 60-hour in and out cocaine. Oh, this guy fucking he on it. Binge in Vegas last week. It was much needed. Now I'm back, committed and focused, end the year strong. There you go. That's right. Whatever bring you back. Whatever your superpower is, shit, you gotta get recharged. I feel you. Yo, listen, bro. I'm not saying I don't like going out and shit. I like going out. But I'm just saying I'm just not as entertained by it anymore.
It's not exciting.
I think I'm saying basically, like, I think one of my biggest motivations for going out used to be to fucking holler at chicks, man, and just talk to different girls, and just that was one of my shits. Like, even now, I sit there and I'm somewhere, I gotta, wait in the waiting room. I'm fucking people watching. Damn, she got some big ass titties over there. Over there being a creep. You feel me? But having a profession where people are, you're basically involved in a field where people are going to, be all over you. People are going to constantly watch you and see you in the ways that only your spouse should have and stuff like that. I'm curious to know how many people are accepting of that. Not even just the people who are just like swingers and just in that type of life. Like, do you think that people can have a regular kind of, hey, I got 2 kids and a wife, and I'm a lawyer, and my wife's a stripper, You think that's some common ground shit, yo?
I've heard of strange. Look, I've heard of strange things. Trust me. I've heard strange things. It really.
Kyle, you going out really hard, bro. Yeah, we can't hear you right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Kyle, your shit usually be sharp too.
I know. Yeah.
I went and got my focus right and everything back. So I know my mic sounds better than it has. But but yeah, you say you heard of Stranger Things?
Nice.
Stranger Things in that?
Yeah, I've heard Stranger Things in that, but honestly, I'll go back to personality. It depends on the people. If you have a certain job, legal job. Okay, legal job.
Kyle, Kyle, I'm sorry, bro. Yes, it's now. I think it's completely failing. Now it's kind of just. Kyle having technical difficulties. Y'all know Kyle always on point. But he's definitely he's got a cord problem over there. But Beeline, listen. I'm telling y'all right now, this is something that I think about a lot. And like I said, I thought I was gonna have more people on here tonight or whatever to kind of powwow this. But we getting back on the live on the line setting over here. But you good? Oh, now we don't hear nothing, Kyle. Killing me, Kyle. That's Cartman from South Park. Go ahead, say something. Nah. Yeah, look, the sound is all the way off now.
Shoot, really? Dang it.
There you go.
All right. Be right back.
All right, there you go. I hear you good now.
All right. How's that? We
now
good?
I hear you good. Yeah, there you go. Kyle's back, everybody. Hold on, wait, I got my buttons and shit now. Wait. Kyle's back, everybody. Kyle, I'm introducing Kyle. That's right.
Sorry about that, y'all. I guess it's my.
Nah, you good, bro.
Sorry about that.
There you go. Yeah, it happens, bro. But all right, like you were saying, man, I said basically like a lawyer. Hey, I'm a lawyer, or hey, I'm a doctor, or not even everything that professional. Hey, I'm a garbage man, or whatever. I'm a the sanitation worker, and my wife is a stripper. How many of those cases are you hearing about regularly, man?
Not too. It's not like that common, but it does happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
If you are like if you happen to meet somebody and they either tell you later on or is that how you met, right?
Yeah.
And
they're
already they're already making their own money and they come into your life and you guys end up making money together, whether it be through that job or maybe one day they might get another gig or it's just working for them. Where's the just like at the club or anything, everybody has their own boundaries and it's all about trust, So I would say
word.
like, do you trust yourself and do you trust the person that you're with? So you don't have to worry about anything crazy happening. Like they've already been taking care of themselves for this long with this job. How much can you take is the question.
There you go. And that's a really good point, bro. And I like that. I like the way that you said it too, because can you trust? I think that's really what the thing is. Now, I got this thing. I know I've said this on the Beeline previously. I got this thing that I believe in relationships, when you're with somebody or whatever. I personally don't think that you should ever make your partner trust you or have to trust you. And what I mean by that is, I don't think that you should ever be putting, and consciously, I don't think you should ever be putting your partner or your spouse or whatever in a position where they have to trust you. Sometimes, people have jobs where they work overnight and maybe you have a pretty coworker or something like that. And, you let them know about it and they're like, oh, well, I trust you, whatever. It could be some whatever. But what I'm saying is you never want to go up to your partner and make them have to have a thought about, do I have anything to worry about? No, I don't. It's fine. Now, here's the story, okay? We're going to get to it, guys. We're going to talk about exactly what I'm talking about and why we're bringing this up. Everybody ready? Let's share the screen. We're sharing the screen early. Well, I guess it's like 40 minutes in. We're going to share the screen on this one right here. So when I saw this immediately, I was like, yeah, this is some crazy shit or whatever. And like I said, I wanted to have more people to discuss this with. Yeah. But we're going to rock with what we got. Bam! There we go, right here. All right, so let's read it together, y'all. Let's do the classroom shit. Woman with 9 months to live asks husband if she can sleep with her ex just one last time. All right, now this is a crazy, 1 in a million chance of something happening like this or whatever, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. This is a very specific, special kind of topic or whatever. All right, Kyle. So we're gonna go around the room. It's only 2 of us, so I'll fucking visitors first, right? Yeah. Kyle, you tell me, in that situation. Now let's just put ourselves in the shoes of the husband at this point. Your wife comes to you, and first of all, just think of everything. Paint the picture. Your wife's got 9 months to live. Holy shit, what the hell is going on? My wife's got all this time. Wife's dying on me. Oh, what's going on? What's going to happen? She comes to you and she makes this request and says, hey, honey, I know a lot's going on. I'm really sorry, but I've had a lot of time to think about this. Is it okay if I just sleep with my ex one more time? How you feeling about that situation, bro?
Woo. I'd have to. You'd have to give me some time to really think about that because
Sometimes she don't got any.
she doesn't have any. But it's like,
She don't borrow time.
I'd ask myself like, because I've had bouts of like jealousy and stuff before. My ex unfortunately was the jealous type. But I'd be curious as to why. I'd be curious as to why why your ex, and then that those thoughts would be coming in like, hold on a second, is there something that they used to do that maybe you were too afraid to ask me about, or you just what is it? What were you into when you were with them that you feel like, oh, I want to sleep, I want to have that last hurrah with them, right?
Listen, bro, I think you're bringing up a lot of good points, man. I think that's one of the reasons why a question like this is so interesting, yo. I feel like this is one of those questions that's like, would you steal from the store if your kids were hungry or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's that same kind of border. One of the things that I feel like, let's do this. Let's do this. I'll even volunteer and go first. If my wife came to me and we found out horrible news, she's not going to make it, she's got this amount of time or something like that, and she wrote up to me and said, hey, excuse me, I you know what's going on, and I know it's going to sound crazy. Not even like disrespectful, but just like, I know it's going to sound crazy, babe. I love you so much, but listen, I only got 9 months, and one of the things I really want to do is sleep with my ex one more time. Do you think you'd be able to let that happen for me? The first thing out of your mind would be like, if she wasn't dying in 9 months, the first thing that'd be in your head, what? Did you just ask me to sleep with you? And once again, it would rely on person, but me personally, I'd be like, are you fucking crazy? Like, did you just ask me that? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then when I think about she's got 9 months, like you said, that one extra part of the story makes you think more than you would have if that part wasn't there. Because now it's like, damn, am I being fair?
Yeah, because then, it could be maybe she just misses the way they used to be. But then I wonder to myself, but it shows me. So exactly, where is this? Where is this coming from? Am I gonna have to get you? Am I gonna have to get you a bob? Maybe, I don't know, but it's it's more along the lines of okay, so walk me, and this is gonna be an awkward, it would be a really awkward discussion. But how about instead of you going for your ex, because we don't know what your ex's situation is, say the ex found somebody. Right,
that's true too.
How would you feel if you walked up to your ex's house or work or whatever, or called them on whatever platform and had to say, excuse me, Joe, Keisha wants to have one last night with you. She's about to unfortunately die in 9 months, and her last request. This feels like a weird Make-A-Wish. Okay,
listen, bro.
Her last request is to sleep with you, and my thing would be compromise. I'd be like, okay, I'd be at this point. I'm like taking notes. Is there something you used to do that she was into that I need to know? Because if you are with somebody, or even thinking about getting with somebody, or if he gets a little too excited, then we definitely gonna have to, all these scenarios are going to be coming up in my head because I'm an overthinker.
Oh yeah, me too. Yes, that's why when you're saying stuff right now, even I'm like, you're putting a lot of pieces of the puzzle together. Yeah, because you're right, man. It's like you want to get mad, like, and this is why I kind of filtered in, because this is some crazy ass situation, but there are people who they swing and they do different things and they try, they do one of the things that they are into is having their wife be with somebody else or their husband be with somebody else or whatever. I don't get it, but to each his own, man. People like different shit or whatever.
At least with that, even something like polyamory, at least with that, they have a set of rules. They're not just going out willy-nilly and doing whatever with anybody. Usually situations like that, they have rules. They have boundaries that the other will not cross.
They do.
One may know about the other personally and stuff like that. They're extra protective of themselves, or they're just that ambitious.
Yep. Wow. Freaks.
And just like when we talked about this we talked about this on Who They Want recently, right?
Yeah.
And it came down to just be honest. That's that's it. Just be honest. Now in the case I'm talking about, it involved two partners, right? One partner and her other partner and her partner and that partner's brother, right? She had a boyfriend. The brother was trying to get with her, right? Boyfriend had already cheated multiple times. She forgave him, or supposedly forgave him. Next thing you know, she ends up getting into something with the brother, right?
Nah, I never respect that shit.
And her thing was, she loves her husband, right? And they have a business together. After learning about that, I was like, okay, the business don't matter. You can start your own business, because now she's thinking about leaving the guy. She's thinking about leaving the guy because the brother is becoming manipulative and abusive. I'm like, okay, even though both y'all cheated, ain't nobody innocent here. Nobody deserves that. You need to get the heck out of here. Ultimately, I said, just, you know what? You gotta be honest. So if the wife who is currently, unfortunately on her last days, supposedly anything could happen at this point, but
she lied. She made that shit up.
if
I gotta find a way to get this done.
Like if she's on her last days and she's asking for this type of request, right? I'd ask for a compromise. I'd really ask for a compromise. I'd be like, okay, can we role play it? Maybe can we try something that you haven't had the chance to try before, and we try it, so you can have whatever thrill you're trying to have before you die. I'm just trying to figure it out, because we don't know exactly how she's feeling, because the more we think about it, the more like jealous or anything, and we're gonna get. Not to mention the fact that this is not something that they normally do. If they were the type of couple that went to swingers clubs or had threesomes before or watched each other having sex, then it would probably be an easier question to answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you want to know what's real interesting too? Let's see what Joe had to say. It comes down to trust and respect. She showed respect by asking direct, and even with all the questions this request raises, and y'all do have a firm trust. Do you respect her enough to know they're still devoted? No. Fuck no. For me, no. Listen.
Be honest, bro.
I'm going to be completely honest. But this is the problem with being honest. Okay? And I'm not saying don't be honest, but I'm saying with being too honest.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of things that, people have in general to where, people say things all the time like, oh, share this and share that. You want to know something? There's some shit that some people just can't share. There's some things that you do with an ex or you had with an ex that you can't do with, the woman of your child, your children, the mother of your children, and certain things. Now, I'll be, just being completely honest, just on the show right now. I've had exes that I had crazy experiences with and did crazy shit to, and it was a lot of fun. But you want to know something? I didn't give a fuck about them. I didn't care about them. And one of the reasons why it was so much fun is because there was no responsibility. There was no, thought. There was no care, not much. You know what I'm saying? It was
no
just
attachment.
a toy to play with. And that fucking toy was used up and it was finished. And I was like, yep, well, that was fun. That was a great time. Let's move on. But just because of that, I could tell my wife or tell this or whatever. It doesn't mean the same thing because I care about that differently.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, just to kind of jump on and just stay on the topic, whatever, you would think like, okay, well, if she says that, maybe she feels the same way. Maybe this guy was just a toy. Maybe she had a toy with this guy and it was a great toy and she loved playing with it and it was a fucking fun toy. And she said, listen, I want to play with that toy one more. I love you. Like you said, Kyle, I chose you. I love you, but I want to play with that toy one more time. No matter what, bro, I can't see a guy who's not into, swinging and polygamy or anything like that besides just a regular relationship having feelings towards like, damn, bitch, I ain't enough. Like,
yeah, like me, I get it. I'm a monogamous dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather just deal with, with just one person who I think is special, honestly. Big ups to those who can, who can have
jump around,
who can, not even just that, even those who are, say, like in clusters and they have like trust within each other, like big ups to that. As long as you do have that, have that trust in those boundaries. Me, I'm very much a monogamous person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I've been cheated on before, as I've talked about here, right?
Yeah.
Is like the trust there, it wasn't there because of stuff that had happened to her in her past, but she ended up being the one cheating. We later on talked about it and came to a adult decision that we, after some resentment had been had, that we apologized to each other and we became friends again. And I know that doesn't always happen. In this case, you have a spouse who is unfortunately on her last days, and she's asking for this request. I'd rather compromise, but if this is something that she really wants and I know that she's only using him for that, then it's not gonna be an easy pill to swallow. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be like, okay, look, you gonna do this. We're gonna have to set some boundaries. Okay, one of the first boundaries I'd probably set is, please don't do it in the house. Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Do not do it in our house. If you're going to do this, meet in neutral ground. Don't go to his place either. Okay. Meet in neutral ground, like a hotel or something, right? And then and make sure you guys have protection. Okay. Either he brings it, you bring it, both of y'all bring it. Be responsible. Okay. And do not give me any details. Do not. Do not give me any details.
I can see that being fair, bro. Me personally, you come to me, you might as well just die now. Fucking come to me and ask me that absurd shit. Can you what? Can you go sleep with some other dude? So first off, hold on. This is what gets me. So this is my overthinking. So first off, bitch, you just found out you dead. Okay, this you find out you're dead. You ain't worried about what you're doing. You ain't worried about going to see the moon or some shit. You worried about doing some guy that you used to be with. That's your request. Like you just said, make a wish. Make a wish, kid. You can go to Disneyland.
That is the weirdest make a wish I've ever heard.
You can see John Cena. You can do all this stuff. What do you want to do? Oh, I just want to ride my boyfriend one more time. That's your wish, and you come to me and ask me, and then I'm supposed to respect you because you asked me that. You listen. You can go find the doctor. Oh yeah. This is me. Oh yeah. You want to go? All right. Listen. All right. Call him right now. Pack your shit and take it over there too, and go fuck him as much as you want. for the rest of them 9 months that you got. Because, you know, I'm sorry, and nothing against her, but I'm just saying, like, if that's what, like you were saying before also, if that's what that's your make-a-wish, you know what I'm saying? How long have you been thinking about this? How long? This has been something that is, I mean, extremely important to you. How much contact have you had with this guy? How much, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much have you been trying to keep this guy around? Like, how do you even know where this guy is? You're asking me, can you just, you know where he is. You've been keeping in contact with him. You know where he stays. You know where he lives. You know, like you said, how do you know you don't have a family? You know all that shit. Why would you bring it up if you didn't know it?
It's a lot.
So
it's a thing. Maybe, you know, because some of us we miss. It's nostalgic to think about. You think about the person that you were before. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just the fact that it's a person that she already had something with.
Yeah, man,
it's
that's
not
too deep,
like
yo.
it's not like she's asking for a hall pass for a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there is a difference. Why is there a difference though, right?
There is a major
Why
difference.
is there a difference? It's like the equal playing ground gets thrown out there.
There is a major difference. First off, celebrity, you do not know. Most of the time when you got a celebrity hall pass, it's somebody that you will probably never meet. Right?
For the most
It's
part.
probably somebody you will never meet. Somebody asked me once who my hall pass would be, and I wasn't even with somebody. And I said, this Korean pop singer I've had a crush on since high school. I know for a fact I'm never gonna meet her. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mine is a beeline. Mine would be Bailey from WWE. Yo, that'd be my fucking hall.
I get it.
Bailey. Woo,
I get
Bailey. Listen, Bailey.
I get it. You want to
be my
get in the
fucking
ring with her, huh?
my hall pass, my bathroom pass, my fucking whatever pass the blunt pass. Pass it right here. Listen, Bailey. Yeah. That
Did you
live
tell
on-
your
live in her ass.
wife?
Oh yeah.
told her?
That's one of the things that we have that we're real cool with, and I guess that's another like trust thing or whatever. One of the biggest things that me and Tiff have is trust with each other. At least I think there's some things that we say she feels I don't trust her for certain things, how I act, and it's more of just kind of how I act and shit. Brian wants to be one of Bailey's tube men. Yo, listen, I'll be her tube man, whatever the fuck she want. But she's got hers too. She got the Usos, so she like the Usos.
Oh, okay. So y'all both go. Okay.
Oh yeah. So we in there. We know what's going on. But she never said like that. But listen, Bailey, my hall pass, and she knows. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like we have trust, and I never have to worry about like dealing with anything of that nature. But also the thing I respect is she doesn't make me trust her. Like she would never come to me and ask me some goofy shit like that. No. Or even ask me some shit like, hey, there's this, as a matter of fact, I'm lying. Am I lying a little bit? I think one time we had a situation where she kind of asked me something. It was somebody she worked with. And she asked me if she can like go with them to go see them or go meet them up somewhere or whatever. And I kind of flipped out. This was like early on in our relationship. And I kind of flipped out, and I was like, "Yo, don't ever fucking ask me shit like that. Like, don't ask me to go meet some other guy. I'm not that person. If you wanna go meet another guy, then you might as well just go move in with him and shit." I can't do that, bro. I don't like that. I would never do that. I would never say, "Hey, this chick that I used to know is coming around. I want to be." It's not about being intimidated or anything. It's just about respect, man. Like when you're in a relationship, I feel like there's just certain things that you don't entertain. Now, if you come to me and say, hey, my friend's in town, he's working, he doesn't really know too much about this. Yo, could me and you go introduce him? And give me the opportunity to say, well, babe, I really don't want to do that, but I do trust you, man. If you want to go, that's fine. If you want to go, I trust you. There's nothing. Give me the opportunity to make that decision because you know that that's an awkward position that you're going to place your man in. Just like her. Can I go F my ex? Yeah. Now, even if I say no, like if it's just a firm no, and I'm like, no, I still know you want to. That doesn't change. Like you want to bad enough to come and ask me for the permission for the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just introduced the whole new world to our relationship, no matter what happens from the outcome of my answer.
Yeah. And then you also have the when she passes. Right.
If she passes this shit.
If she passes,
she fucking stays alive forever.
Yeah, like my thing is like they told her she had 9 months.
Yeah.
we don't know for sure. Like there, some people have been given their like their last rites. Next thing you know, they live another like 5-10 years.
40 years
So
and shit. Yeah.
40
Magic
years or
Johnson.
more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the doctors ain't always right. They're just estimating. But
Yeah.
but my thing is like if she is if she's like adamant and she can't compromise, then I'd have an issue. Because
Yeah.
my final thing would be like, okay, how about this? We watch we go on we watch porn or something, find someone that looks like your ex, and then maybe see I'm coming up with scenarios just so I
Practice.
don't have to think about it. But at the same time, I want to be, this is somebody I love. If you're really thinking about this,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna try my best not to just fly off the handle, because you did come to me and you were honest about it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
know?
I guess so. Yeah. I guess so.
and that's where that lies. You came to me, you were honest about it. You didn't just go out and find the guy and do, and then next thing you know, you died with it being a secret, some crap like that.
Very, very true.
So because she
Yeah.
has a way out. How else is anybody gonna find out unless somebody tells? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, she can do whatever the hell she wants. Yeah, you're absolutely right or whatever. And you are right about that. I mean, that's like, it's one of the things where it's just like, there are people out there who, choose to look at things more positively than others. I know I definitely do have a very negative slant on how I look at a lot of shit. I'm one of them type of people where I like to prepare for the worst, man. I like to prepare for the worst. When I hear bad news, or when I hear news, I like to prepare. All right, well, if this happens, I'll be good. Let me make sure I'm good if this happens. If anything happens from here up, I can take care of it. Now, if something happens under here where I try to prepare, then I guess I'm fucked because I didn't think that one out. But I try to, and I do slant because of that process. I do slant more towards the negative before I hit the positive. So if somebody comes to me and asks me that, I'm sitting there automatically thinking of the fact that you just had the nerve to ask me that shit.
Yeah.
And dying or not, but you had the nerve to ask me that. Now I'm thinking all this shit. You just introduced this whole new scenario to our relationship.
Yep.
And it's kind of rough. But I mean, that was a good question. I kind of wanted, like I said, I wanted more people to be on to kind of discuss it.
Getting more perspectives besides just mine to be a different, like, because
Yeah.
like I said, I've been single for so long. I've had, these times to actually see other couple dynamics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
And,
sure.
My relationship lasted 2 years, and she trust was a big issue with her.
Got it. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's hard, man. Relationships are definitely hard. I mean, one of the things I'm still learning, like, going into marriage for the first time in my life, I never even thought I'd be, even entertaining it. I mean, I knew it was a possibility, but to know that I'm 36 now and it's like it's really starting to kind of come in, I'm like, damn, I'm making changes that I never thought that I would have to, arguing differently and shit like that or whatever. And it feels good. I mean, I'm definitely happy about it.
yeah.
But it's just, you really realize how complicated a relationship is, man, when you're trying to deal with two people and then you got kids, then you have money problems and you have, everything else, trying to build a business, trying to, everything that comes with the process.
Everybody, it's a
lot.
process. But look at how far you've come, though.
Yeah.
Like you just said, you have a partner that you love, willing to take that step. You know what I'm saying? And you also have kids who obviously have, also you have to really think about them and their well-being. But look at, but is everybody in the house happy? Are you happy?
Yeah, that's what matters too.
Exactly. Like as long as everybody is doing well and are all happy and can come to you for, not for things, but with things like, hey, like, like, Dad, I'm not feeling well today because something happened in school. All right, let's sit back and let's talk about it. Or, hey, Dad, you want to watch Fast and Furious 10 with me while we discuss the ridiculousness of Vin Diesel's career? You know what? Let's do that. Hey, Dad, you want to go play jump rope? I don't know what your dynamic is. Point is, they're coming to you for not just the fun stuff, but also the hard, but also the hard things too.
The real shit, yeah.
that's all you need. I've seen this firsthand with some of my best friends. Some of them have, like they have like great partners, but it didn't always start out that way.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
It was always a challenge. There was always a hurdle. There was always something, but they made it through. So
yeah, and that's what's important, man. The definition of like trying to stick it out. I think a lot of times a lot of people, just going off my past experiences, and I know there's got to be similarities. A lot of people, the decision to stick it out is, I think, where it kind of matters, because it's easy to quit. It's just like anything else, man. It's easy to quit. It's easy to quit anything. And once you get that repetitive nature of quitting and quitting, I'm drilling that shit into my son's head and my daughter's heads right now. Like, it's easy to quit. It's easy to start doing something and then something gets challenging on it and you say, F it. You know what I'm saying? And you say, and when you say F it, you don't just say F it like, oh man, I'm going to skip this part and then, move on to something else. You could just say F it completely. Oh, this is what it is. I don't like this. I'm done. Whether it be playing a game, whether it be, writing a letter, whether it be doing whatever, like, learning to drive, like, once that hard part hits, and the good time's over, and then you say, ew, I'm not dealing with this. I had this beautiful food. This food's been so good, but there was a little piece of hair in it. Throw the whole thing. Listen, bro, you have to learn how to pick that fucking hair out and keep killing that shit until it's done. And, basically just making the best out of the situation. And that's what I'm learning. I'm learning how to, not that I'm a quitter, but it's just, I'm learning how to tough it out, because in situations where I don't have to, if I don't have to, I'll move that shit out my way and keep moving forward. But now I'm learning how to have the problem and work on it, fix it completely, not just rip that shit to shreds and keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As
that
long
shit
as you
matters,
remember,
man.
As long as you remember, you're not in it by yourself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's why
that's a challenge too.
that are called partners or significant others or whatever you choose to call them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're in the trenches with you. You're not doing everything by yourself. Like us as guys, and I have talked about this with some of my friends. One thing that's been ingrained in us, and I feel like it's a natural thing. When we hear about a problem, we want to learn how to fix it. But sometimes we don't think about just listening to what the problem is. We just want to know what the problem is and then just figure out the solution.
That sounds like me right there. Yep.
Sometimes they just want us to listen. They want to be able to fix the problem with us as opposed to us taking on the entire world by ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, and it's hard. It's hard to do that. You want to know something? I wasn't even going to do this part because it was just me and you, but you just kind of introduced it. One of the other things that I wanted to talk about tonight was kind of get a perspective on, and like you just said, bro, taking on the responsibility of a man, whatever you want to call that to be, whether it be, bringing home the bacon, whether it be protecting the household, whatever the case may be, taking on the responsibilities of the man, letting your woman do whatever she does, not letting her, but her doing whatever she does, and just being in that position. I'm a firm believer of, I like to try my best to, do as much as I can. Like you just said, I like to get shit done. I like to make sure it's getting done. But I also know, hey, I'm not good at this, so hey, I'm cool. Like, hey, if you want to, whatever, you handle that part. I know you're good at that. Let me step back and let you hold that shit. You know what I mean? But if I can do it, I'm going to try my best to do it. Now, do I fuck up sometimes? Yeah, of course I fuck up sometimes.
Of course.
But I'm not scared to say I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I know I might make a mistake, and I know that you could do it if I wasn't doing it. But I do like that role of, being a man and, hey, babe, don't worry about it. I got it. Fuck that. Nah, you don't got to worry about that. Oh, but I didn't do anything all day. I don't care. Just go chill, man. Go relax, man. Trust me, you're going to have to do something some other time, and then I'll relax. Right. Because that's one of the dynamics we have in our house. I know how to cut everybody off. Like, listen, I'm going to my fucking studio. I'm good. Leave me alone. Y'all do whatever y'all do. I'll do that shit in 5 minutes. I don't care. I don't need no explanation. But, Auntie Tiff, she's real like, hey, listen, I'll do everything for everybody. And, I didn't even get a chance to chill for the last 3 weeks. Oh, and now she's, cranky about it. And it's understandable. But it's like, I always try to take that away. Like, hey, babe, just let me do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me fucking hunt. But one of the things I wanted to talk about real quick was the dynamic from that. Like, if a woman is kind of more in charge in the household, as far as like, maybe making more money, or just like having a deeper dynamic in that way, or whatever. So could you be with a woman who makes more money than you, or vice versa, or whatever? Or could you be with a man who is just living off of you? That was the other. Maybe we'll save that for you can speak on it, Kyle, but I'm gonna bring that back and do that when we have a couple more people. I'm probably gonna bring this back a little bit too, but we have some more people on live in the line. How you feel? You feel like you could be taken care of by not even like a sugar mom or anything like that. I'm talking about just somebody
she's making more money than I am.
Yeah.
Right. Like, we're both making bread, but she's just making more. Yeah.
Yeah. For the most part. Yeah.
For the most part. First and foremost, my ego is not. It's like, my ego's not that fragile. If you already came in with a bigger paycheck, right? The fact that you chose me to be with is enough, right? But my thing is, like, especially, look at where we are as an economy. The American economy has been in the crapper for decades. Okay, the days of just one spouse takes care of the finances while the other one takes care of the house. Those are pretty much gone.
Yeah, for real. For most.
You need a 2-income or more household. You know what I'm saying? In order to even just pay off a few bills. Shoot. So if my spouse happens to make more money than me, the fact that we're both making money and we're not in the red, and I'm not, and we're not out here looking for places to sleep, that's enough for me, because I don't want that, because that's it. Plus, the way I was raised, right? The way I was raised, I had both my parents. Both my parents worked their butt off, right? My dad worked like night shift. He worked factory jobs. He DJ'd. My mother worked in a salon, and she hooked up her own salon and has been a beautician for like going almost 40 years, right?
Okay.
And currently, her and my stepdad, my stepdad's a contractor, right? My mother's a health coach. They both take care of the house. Now, there are certain things that my stepdad does, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a contractor. So his whole thing is he uses his hands. He builds, he takes care of those things. But both of them trust each other to talk about the finances and stuff, especially when they were taking care of me. I was living with them for, I was living with them up until I was 29. So, there are certain things you got to think about. Even back in I thought about this when you brought it up in the chat. Back during wartime, right?
Yeah.
Back during wartime, when the men went out, to war, what did the women do? They picked up the slack when the men all went to war. The issue lied in the fact that once the men came back, they expected their spouses to just go back to being housewives or whatever, right? And I'm like, imagine if they worked together, as opposed to thinking that this is the way things are. Not to mention that there have been like studies and more evidence to the contrary of women were more gatherers while men were hunters. Guess what? There were women out here that were hunting too. So my thing is, especially where we're living today in modern days, it's a requirement.
For sure.
For both of the partners to have a job. And if you happen to be in a situation where you have more than one partner, you're the one living the good life. Like, if all of y'all got jobs.
To some degree, yeah. I mean, maybe the financial stability. I mean, at some point, but shit, there's gotta be problems with that too.
That's all you want. You want to be stable so you can take care of the rest of the stuff. Because money, while that is important, you can't take it with you. but that's usually
Yeah.
the source of a lot of problems.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what
of
I'm saying?
course, because most of the time, I mean, if you're not able to, not even just the luxurious shit, most of the time, and I find myself struggling with this too. I'm
Yep.
not frustrated because, all the time that I can't buy all the sneakers that I want or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I can't buy, I'm mostly frustrated on if I'm having money troubles. Damn, my bill's late. Damn,
Exactly.
I got this car payment that, man, I got this shit, but my refrigerator broke, so now I gotta buy a refrigerator and I can't pay my car payment. You know what I'm saying? Damn, my car broke down, so I can't, get the amount of groceries that I need. So now we eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. And then if you're like me, you feel bad because it's like as a man, you feel like you want to be a provider, you feel like you want to do this, and you want to take care of your family, and you want them to be, not only just getting by, but
You don't want them to have to
stable,
worry about
decent. Exactly. Yeah, you don't want
Yeah.
them to be stressed out in a stressful environment, and that puts stress on you. So now you're not only stressed about your situation, but you're stressed about what it's doing to your house and shit like that or whatever. So
Yeah.
like you just said, man, money is definitely a huge part because no matter how much people like to say it, money doesn't buy happiness, but it definitely gives you the ability to stabilize your circumstances.
Yep.
And I don't care how you can put it any which way or what. I can be the most unhappy, depressed person in the planet, but one thing I don't have to worry about if I have a pocket full of money is my shit getting paid.
Yeah.
So I'm left alone to be alone.
That's it. Like I live by myself, right?
Yeah.
And I know that, some people that I graduated with, they can't say that. Some live with, some still live with their parents or have to live with their parents again because they couldn't afford where they were living before. Or
Oh, yeah.
some have gotten married. Both spouses have jobs to support the household. And if they have kids, that's extra expenses you got to think about just to keep them alive.
Yep.
Not to mention, we all seen the price of food.
Oh, and diapers.
And-
Don't forget that
and
shit.
and food,
I'm so
diapers.
done. I'm so glad I'm done with diapers.
My sister my sister became a mom last year.
Okay,
Right.
grass.
My sister became a mom last year, has a partner that she loves and trusts, you know what I'm saying? But it's still expensive. And they both have jobs, they both have and they both take care of the house, but it's still a struggle. It is
Yeah.
still a struggle. And it doesn't make any sense. That's why when I hear people argue about how things used to be, every generation has a version of life they remember because that's the way things were back when their generation was growing up. And sometimes that's all you have to hold on to. It's like, oh, I remember when I was able
For real.
to get when I was able to get a tank of gas for a nickel, or I remember when I was able to get a McDonald's hamburger for 25 cents. I remember when I was able to get a house, go to college. Did you know at one point going to college was only like $500?
Yeah, bro. But that's because everything is corporations and astronomical, and also because of advancements and technologies and stuff like that
Yeah.
too. But a lot is because it's just been monopolized, man. And I don't even know if that's the right word that I'm supposed to be using, but I'm just saying like everything has been placed into this, conglomerated, fucking, overrated, overpriced, situation
Overpriced.
for.
You gotta.
I don't even know what to call it, man, because it does make a difference. Like there is a reason why stuff is what it is. And no, gas can't be $1 anymore. Yeah, that shit is out the window, but does it have to be $4? Why does it have to be that? You know exactly. You know what I'm saying? Who can answer that? You know what I mean? Who the fuck can answer that?
Do we have to beg for health care?
Yo, listen, bro.
Do we have to beg for prenatal care? Do we have to? Are we out here? Like, imagine if you were, and this might be, and this might be something for someone else to, to answer if we had more people. But look at the one day, if you don't already know, if you've never talked to someone about it, look at the stuff that they have specifically for men and how that's priced versus the stuff that they have for women and how that's priced. It's night and day. and it doesn't need to be. So going back to your original question, no, I ain't gonna be mad if my spouse makes more than me, because as long as we have a roof over our head and food
Yeah.
on the table, and if we end up having kids and they can be good and we're all okay, like if you come home. The biggest thing for me is communication. If you come home and you're stressed from work, or if I come home and I'm stressed from work, I want to be able to relax, chill out for a little bit, and talk to you about it. A lot of people don't
Yeah.
want to. A lot of people don't want to talk. They just keep everything under wraps, and
Yeah.
it just turns into a big. It just turns into a big thing when it doesn't have to be. Now I know that we're human. We all have our own little gripes, things that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. But in order to stop certain cycles, we have to be willing to be uncomfortable. So if talking about finances, which your spouse, or talking about something that you don't have, which your spouse is uncomfortable for you, take baby steps. Write
Yep,
a
yeah.
write a letter. Try and get some therapy. Journal something to get it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, a lot of times it is about getting out of your own way. And I know that's one of the things that I'm learning more than anything. Like to this day, like even today, like, we had a situation where it's just like, I just realized that I was getting in my own way of how I was dealing with a situation when I could have been dealing with it better. But the fact that I can understand that, and even though I probably understood it before, but I was less likely to make it known that I understood that before,
Yeah.
because I was more just, whether it be pride or whether it just be like, listen, I'm sticking to who I am. Now it's different. Now it's like I'm understanding, like, hey, I got to make these changes. I got to do this thing different. Shit has to be different in order for change and growth to happen and stuff like that or whatever.
Exactly.
So yeah, it is a learning experience. I personally, like you said, I don't think it's something that would bother me. I'm not one of those type of guys where I'm just like, oh no, my woman, I should be making more than my woman in the house. And nah, if we working together and she just happened to get a really good job on our boat, I know for a fact that if IT Tiff, found a position or found something where she was making a great amount of money, we've already talked about it. Like, what we would do is if one of us can, find a position to overmake the other and just have a one working household, we would love to go back to that old school. We'll do homeschool the kids and take care of the house and build a garden and, self-sustain, self-sustain. Yeah. And go into that life and build from it. You know what I'm saying? Not use it as a fucking stepping stone on each other. Like literally,
it's not about that. And
I agree.
And
I don't care, but that
much
doesn't mean that should be.
It's like a very much like you like I heard not too long ago some people complaining about the amount of like stay-at-home dads that there are, because there are a lot more women are going to work and doing their thing and bringing home the bacon. My thing is, my career opportunities are kind of limited. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of limited. So most of my jobs are gonna have to be, and I've done plenty of jobs where I've had to walk around or whatever and deal with people's crap. But even my doctor one day asked me while I was working at BJ's and working with my mom at the shop. She's like, okay, so how much longer do you think you can do this? She looked at me and she said, how much longer do you think you can do this? I did it for another year. And then I asked for her permission, my doctor's permission, to quit both my jobs. I had two jobs. I had a student loan I was paying on my own. I was still working. I was still working with my mother and living in my parents' basement. But my goal was not to be there by age 30. I got out age 29. Paid my student loan, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm working for myself. So if I ever have and if I ever get lucky enough to find someone and we end up starting a family and she says, hey, do you mind staying home and I go to work? Trust me, my hips will thank you.
Yeah.
I feel you. My legs and my hips will thank you. Yes, I will be here for the kids. I'll have a job online. We can make some extra money, and the kids will spend time with dad. But we make sure that we both bond with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's the important part, bro. Like you were saying, being able to build both of those Oh, equality between the genders and not just price wise, but responsibility wise, making different contributions to the household wise, etc. is a serious necessity to survive and keep our heads and homes above. Yep, definitely true,
I
bro.
like that.
Yeah,
Yell it out for
completely
the people in
true.
the back.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's completely true, man. And that's one of the things like we just said, like, and I'm the one, like, in this current situation, like I said, man, I heard this story, like, come from somewhere else or whatever, but it just made me think, like, is that a problem? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that a problem? Is that a problem for your ego? Is that a problem? It really isn't a problem. If you're lucky enough to have a woman that's making more money, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when you say that, you got to make sure it's known because there are guys out there who are just living off of women, and
I ain't trying to do that.
and yeah, I am nowhere near.
I'm not trying to do that. I want to make
I
I want to make
can't.
my own money. You are
Yeah.
not a. No, I've had a couple offers, but they've all been bots online. Like you can't.
Oh, yo, gotcha.
No,
Yeah, oh,
but
there's some out there. They just be there around me and shit. Yeah, there's some out there. But you also have dudes that are literally just trying to live the life, and girls, like a lot of girls
yeah,
who are just trying to be a trophy wife and want to sit home and not really do too much, just be pretty and be available when you want her and shit. And I mean, that's entertaining to push around, but it's entertaining to really build a life, depending on what kind of life you want.
no.
Nah, not for no not for no real shit, man. And when I say real shit, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You can argue with me all you want. Real shit. You know what real shit means? That means you and your partner working together to build. And that's what the fuck you doing. If you want to call it building, what you doing when you shaking your ass on Instagram, whatever. I mean, if that's your way in, that's your way in. But if you trying to just be up under somebody and you staying home while your woman go to work all day and you don't cook dishes or take care of the house or you just there because you provide the dick or whatever, if that's your fucking mentality, bro, I don't think that's real. I think you
Man,
just
that
looking for an easy way out
it's
or
funny
easy
that you
way
say
in.
that. It's funny that you say that because remember the people I was telling you about that were basically cheating on each other.
Okay.
So the it turns out that the the woman whose partner was cheating on her and now she's got a thing going on with the brother. The brother is like he ain't doing anything. He's not doing anything for her, but giving her but just giving her some. That's it, right?
Got you. Yeah.
And
That's
and
a
my
lot
my
of
friend who
times.
yeah. My friend who brought this up to me, she said that's probably all he's got most of the time because she's dealt with people like that. They don't have any ambition, but they're well hung and they can get some stuff done.
You
I'm
know how
like,
to put
look,
it down.
if he's looking for a job, there are jobs that will take. There were
Yeah.
jobs like that will take him, like legal jobs that will take him, right?
Oh
But
yeah, for sure.
but seriously, I couldn't believe that. I'm like, so does that mean I'm bad at sex just because I have ambition?
But see, it's. I don't think it like that is the statement. I think it's just. I think some people just use the tools that they have for whatever they want to do, bro. I think that's kind of
Absolutely,
the way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
if somebody has the ability to say, "Hey, I lay it down," so I could just do whatever the fuck I want. She ain't going nowhere. Whether it be cheating, whether it be whatever. Like, hey, she ain't going nowhere. I got this shit. I've got people say that too, or whatever. But at the same time, it's like you said, it is personality as well because whatever. To me personally, whatever I'm doing or can't do or can do, I just never have it in me to try to treat people that way, like or
Of
be
course,
with
no,
somebody
no,
in that way. I don't want you just with me because you like what I can provide for you. I want you to be with me because you like me, like you want to be with me, and yeah,
exactly.
everything else comes with it. If as long as I'm doing things, that's what keeps you interested in me. Not I'm just well, when you met me, I was trying to open my own business and I tried it for 2 months and it didn't go anywhere, so I just stopped trying for anything after that. And then, a year later or whatever, if it makes it that long, then you get tired of my ass because you're like, well, I met you when you were ambitious, you had goals, you had dreams, you were trying for stuff, you were working hard, and now you're just sitting around a couch fucking watching TV. And, maybe you go to your little job that you make a little bit of money at, but you're not really drawing for anything. And then you tell me that you're frustrated with me because of that. And I got to acknowledge it. Like, well, what do you mean? I'm me still and blah, blah, blah. Nah, bro. Things matter, man. If you want
Yeah.
if you want to stay, complacent or whatever in your life and shit like that or whatever, then, you might need to, do it on your own or find somebody who's comfortable with you doing that. But just know people change, man. So they can be comfortable fucking, in March, April, and May. But when June comes around and, people start seeing the lemonade stands and the kids even got little businesses going and your husband home on the couch farting and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shit changes, man. You gotta keep moving with shit, yo.
Yeah,
but
you gotta keep moving with what's happening around you. You can't just stay completely unless you have no other choice. If you have
that's different. Yeah.
Story.
But then people choose to accept that as well. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get hit by a bus, you know what I'm saying, and you just can't work no more, that's an unfortunate situation. Or if you're just somebody who is, handicapped, they can't do certain things, you go into that understanding that situation. Like, well, I care about this person for what he is and who he is, and that's just one of the things that I choose to accept in my life because of that. Yeah. But it's interesting. But Kyle, man, we talked about this, man. Me and you we handled it, bro. We're gonna handle it. I'm thinking next week, man. I'm gonna start jumping into some topical live on the lines, man. I'm thinking let's hit another nostalgia night, man. It's been a little while since we did the last one. Let's do another nostalgia night. We kind of been talking about it a lot. So if you see any kind of pictures or stuff like that you want to bring back up, you want to reference, please. JD the Mouth just gave me. I got this new poster added to the wall over here. He gave me the Crow, old school Brandon Lee, bro. Back in the day or whatever. It's not one of my favorite movies, but it's definitely one of the cult classics from the '90s. Kids weren't supposed to watch that shit.
I just saw some commercials that somebody brought up on Instagram that brought up some memories for me, and I was the type of person that hated commercials, but looking back, I was the type of person that hated commercials. Because I just wanted to get back to what I was watching. Most of the likely cartoons or Power Rangers or something. I'm like, I was a channel flipper.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But yeah, if you on TikTok or if you on Instagram, bro, you can forget about it. They got those, and I follow all of them, bro, like 90s lovers or all that shit. I love that stuff. So we'll talk about that. I'll build it up or whatever for this week. And we'll do a nostalgia night next week. Beeline, we're gonna do a nostalgia night. Thank you guys so much, man. Like I said, we are getting back to live on the line. I am gonna start posting a little more to see if we can get some new faces on. Want some more, regulars coming on and having these discussions. One of the reasons I wanted to, do live on the line was I wanted to have group discussions. But me and Kyle holding it down, man. And even if I don't have anybody live on the line, I'm literally, like I said, I'm back, yo. I'm doing all my shows every single week, from here until to be announced. But I'm coming in, even if it's just me. You see me on the line, I'm talking about whatever I want to talk about. It's what's going to be. This week I am starting back up and having interviews on the Beeline, so I will be posting that this week to get some appointments scheduled, or even just somebody just coming on with me live and talking about different stuff. Kyle, man, whenever you see me popping up, if you want to pop in, man, it's always free. But we are going to have a lot more topics going into next week, yo.
Yep.
Definitely. Anything you got, man? What you got? What's up with your shows?
Right now, I'm just I got stuff I haven't uploaded yet, but I'm thinking about bringing certain things back. Right now, I'm just focusing on my I'm focusing on my clients and stuff I'm doing with who they want. But you will know when I have something, because I'll be dropping it in the chat.
Please do. Yeah,
that people love to show their support, and I appreciate you guys watching the videos I've been dropping in the chat lately. It's been helping a lot,
Yeah, definitely. I saw everybody subscribe to I know to one of your clients and stuff like that or whatever. So I hope they see the love.
Yep. Shout out to them.
Yeah, let them know, man. I would love to have them on to talk with them on the web show, to let them introduce their podcast. And guys, I'm also shouting that out to you guys. One of the big things I'm looking to do is have shows on. I want to have podcasts on. We'll play Straight Off the Dome and introduce yourself, introduce your podcast, what got you into starting your podcast, and what you're looking to do with it. Because that's one of the biggest things I want to start talking. I want to connect with people, man. And get these ideas. I also want to connect with you guys, so please leave your message in the comments. Thank you to Joe out for in the comments, and everybody else who was leaving comments tonight. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Like I said, once again, bro, we're getting back in the swing of things, and I'm enjoying these topics, man. It feels real good to be back and seeing all this crazy stuff going on. I really, really, really hope, man, that these next few months and stuff like that are okay. I've been reading a lot of stuff or whatever, man. I'm really hoping that everything is going good and we're not heading into no bull crap or whatever going out this year. But
Right.
yeah, but I mean, just everybody have a great time, man. Kids going back to school in September. For you up north people, they already in school down here in the south. And California, everybody in California, be safe, man.
Safe. Everybody in Maui, hold your head up. Everybody
Yes, please.
Everybody in the entire islands of Hawaii, hold
Yeah.
their head up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
I heard about some crazy stuff going on over there.
For
So
real.
yeah, so it's very, so very much like just big ups to everybody. We'll get through this.
Yes,
We'll
please.
get through this.
Thank you guys so much. Hey, Kyle, thank you so much, bro. Until next time, Beeline, stay true, stay positive. Pay attention, baby. And we out until next week. I'll see y'all Tuesday.